After a lot of head banging against the desk, now deciphering the Tata Super Ace wiring, I found this 1.2 kilo ohms 2-watt carbon resistor connected between pin number 32, 33 and the glow plug timer, the glow plug timed power output. That's the yellow. This is where the glow plug timer is going to connect. Where is that? In just a moment. Yeah, this one. You can see this. Just a second. Which one is the output? I'm just figuring it out. Okay, now we'll figure that out later. Now this is where the connectors are going to connect. I mean, these are the connectors for that. Just a moment, hold on. Yeah, either of these two will go there, like this or like this. And this thing is going to connect to here, like that, and snap into place, lock into place. Yeah, that's the locking. So there is a glow plug timer. Now that timer, the output is monitored on the pin 33 of the black connector of the ECU. The ECU part number, what is this? 30031321217001722. Okay, I think that's the serial number. Okay, DTVS space DT00-017 SCN 2.4. This is a TVS Delphi or Delphi TVS. 48 pin and 48 pin input connector, the interface connector for the ECU. That is 10 into 4 plus 8. 10 into 4 plus 8, is that right? So dark in here. What am I seeing here? One, two, three. What? There are 4 rows here, and how come there's only 3 here? What am I missing? Okay, this is really funny, although not funny. You can see this is red and this is black. You can identify using from this color on the connector. It's painted as red and it is left as black for the black. So there are 2 connectors. These 2, red will go there and black will go there. The orientation is as such, like this. Of course it has the locking mechanism which I have removed, but it connects to the ECU like this. Yeah. There are thicker pins on the one side of the connector, on the one side, and longitudinally there are, it's about 4 into 2, vertically 4 and horizontally 2. Here the smaller pins are horizontally 10 and vertically 4. So that's 40 plus 8, 48 pins. Although the ECU connector doesn't have all the pins. I think the top row is omitted. It's not utilized on the ECU. As you can see here, the top row are not populated on the connectors. Yes, that's why I see only 3 rows. Otherwise these connectors are rated for 48 pins. Now 48 minus 12, that's about 36 pins. Can be utilized, but there are less than 36 that are being used. And it connects to the port like this, like that. Yeah, the mating is rated for 8 or 10 times only. If you open and remove it for more than 8 or 10 times, the pins will corrode, the plating will corrode, and you may not have proper contact with the ECU terminations. So bear that in mind. I just found out from the internet, from the data sheet of these connectors, and they're rated for 8 or 10. That's it. 8 times mating and unmating. Although I have already used some pins to connect, to test all the pins. I think the pins are already out. So I'm going to take chances now. It's not going to be nice. Yeah, I had to strip down all this insulation because I couldn't find one of the pin. The pin number 33 of black. The pin number 33, when I say it is the way I have named it or numbered it, because I couldn't find the pin number. I went with a certain nomenclature which was already printed on these connectors. The connectors, what I found was they had naming as ABCD till H, because they are omitting I. So it comes to H for the 10 pins on the horizontal. And I can see as 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the row numbering done on the connector. So I started from 1 to 10, then 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, and then I just numbered this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see here, or like 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. So that I get all the 48 numbers or 48 pins in that order, because these, as I told you, the 4 vertical and the 2 horizontal, this matrix of 8 connectors or 8 pins are of a thicker size, meaning to say they can carry a larger current compared to the other 40 pins. So I found this because I was not getting any continuity for while I was testing it across. I think I have to remove most of these connectors, because I think there will be more than this one particular thing, because I was getting certain resistance in a few pins while doing the continuity test. I think there are many more. I think there are more. I've now at least I found one. Now that I know there are other components apart from wires, like passive, or I think there will be more passive electronic components there embedded within the cabling for the ECU, because only the ECU will do the would need such devices, components to regulate the power and voltage. I mean, it's mostly the power, because the ECU should not receive high current, potential high current, otherwise it can ruin the internal circuitry. So they may have added some resistors, if not anything more, or maybe diodes. Capacitors are least used, either diodes or resistors. I'm expected to find here. So I'm going to strip out all this insulation, the corrugated conduit, and I'm going to investigate more. But right now I think I've completed all the main wiring harness has been done. It took me a good 3 days, almost a week, because I was not giving full time, but 3 full days of time for me to get the do the reverse engineering basically. Although I found out later, as I was doing it, I could do it faster. The tip is, first lay out all the cables straight, the wiring harness, and make note of all the connectors with the color of the wires. First do that, and then you can start matching it, start searching it on the software, so that you will be easily able to identify the color wires which could be correspondingly connected to other connectors. So that will be much faster and easier, rather than going pin to pin to pin or finding just on the color coding on the wire from connector to connector. That will be very tedious. So what you do is mark one connector, say for example this connector, this is red, this yellow on red, and this is white. What we need to do is connector 1, say connector 1, pin number 1, 2, 3, pin number 1 is red, pin number 2 is yellow and red, and pin number 3 is white. You just do that and just mark the color of that corresponding pins, and then you go to the another connector which has a similar gauge, and then you do the same like this. Here, you can come here and do the same here. White and red, yellow and red, orange, red. So like that, if you can, once you do all the connectors with the color coding, so then we can search it and we can just do the continuity test, and it will be faster, very fast. I can do it within a day. What I did was like 1 week of breaking my head, taking time off, and so it took a lot of time for me. Almost 2 weeks I've been doing it on and off, not continuously, but finally the main wiring harness is almost done, I can say. because I found this. Now I'll dissect more and find out if there are anything more like this hidden inside this conduit, because that will change the whole design of the wiring harness. We can't omit it while doing the schematic for this. I'm using KiCad to do the. Uh, in fact, what I did was I had to do. Uh, I was I was doing the complete diagram or the layout of the pin. Every connector have modeled it on the KiCad, and then I started doing it because I couldn't find anything on the KiCad, because this is not an automotive wiring electrical circuit diagram software. So this is generic electronic development software, designing PCBs and stuff. So this will be custom made, and so I did that so that I can identify and do it faster. Easy to to identify the corresponding pins. You can see I have marked this as pin 18 ECU red connector, 1 square millimeter wire. Black on green is the wire color. What I will do is see here, I got this pin number 18. Pin number 18, black on green. Pin number 18, black on green, red connector, 1.5 square mm. This is the red connector. I have every connector I have modeled it on the KiCad, because as I told you, it was not available. Even this oval connectors, whatever you want to call this, I don't know the names of these connectors. They are all funny. Could be Molex or made by Molex. I don't know. Some Texas connectors, some Molex connectors, and many more. So the connectors or the junctions are identified as J on the KiCad here. So I can do that. Blue on yellow, ECU red. Pin number 16. Pin number 32, blue on yellow. So pin number 32, ECU red connector. As well as pin number 16 on ECU black connector. So it will be easier to find like this. You can search it and you can start doing all the connections. So this is the update.